Good afternoon. My name is Pallavi Prasad, and here are the newsworthy COVID-19 updates you should know about. Over 32 lakh people have now been infected with the virus that we know of. It's the last week of August, and looking back, this month has been the worst for us. Over 15 lakh new cases. That's the most number of new cases recorded by any country in the world this month. To help you visualize this, if you lined up every person in the world who tested positive for COVID-19 in August, every fourth or fifth person would be Indian. But the number of active COVID cases in India reduced by over 6,000 just yesterday. It's the first time that number has fallen since the pandemic began. This means that we're getting better and faster at treating patients, at least the asymptomatic and mild cases. All thanks to healthcare workers. Never have we owed so much to so few. But they're not happy. Doctors' union in 2 states are going on strike. In Nagaland, doctors have called for a 24-hour total shutdown of medical services today to protest the repeated assault on healthcare providers. In Haryana, over 20,000 ASHA workers have been on strike since August 7. And in Bihar, over 20,000 doctors and paramedical workers have been on strike since Sunday, demanding, among other things, a hike due for almost a decade and life insurance. Now, Bihar has the lowest testing rates in the country, one of the poorest healthcare infrastructures, and a growing number of cases. With JEE and NEET exams scheduled for next month, Bihar will also have mass medical and engineering exams for lakhs of students. Thousands of medical workers stepping back will be a big blow. At the same time, a strike mid-pandemic sounds like something you're pushed to do. Yesterday, the Patna High Court had to intervene and ask them to call it off or they'll be charged with contempt. Going west, in Delhi, over 1,500 new cases were recorded yesterday. That's the highest daily count in the capital in 40 days. And in Telangana, a worrying development. 2 cases of reinfection among frontline medical professionals. Now, why is this a big flag? It's a big red flag because just 2 days ago, the first case of reinfection was documented. A 33-year-old man in Hong Kong who was infected and showed symptoms in March and then got reinfected again in August. He was asymptomatic the second time. So researchers found that it was 2 different strains of the novel coronavirus that infected him each time. A quick COVID-19 vaccine update. Oxford University's vaccine, which is being developed in Pune, has entered stage 2 of trials in India. And the University of Cambridge has thrown its hat in the ring with a new vaccine candidate. It just secured $2.5 billion in funding from the British government and goes into human trials soon. And even as the controversy over Russia's use of its registered but unproven vaccine continues, reports have emerged that China has been vaccinating its frontline health workers since July. This is the second such experimental vaccine. In June, another vaccine was used to inoculate military personnel, bypassing clinical trials. And in the US, President Donald Trump is considering granting early emergency authorization to a vaccine before late-stage trials are finished, or before the November elections, is another way to put it. The sage, Dr. Fauci, America's top infectious expert, has warned against this. For safety and efficacy reasons, of course, but also early approval to one vaccine would make it difficult for the other vaccines to enroll people in their trial. And then if the first vaccine doesn't work out, there will be no eggs left in the other basket. That's me for today. Thanks for listening.